Between 2019 and 2024, your paycheck took the stairs, but your rent took the elevator. National rents skyrocketed 34%, while wages only grew 27%. That 7% spread isn't just temporary inflation, it's a structural wealth tax on renters that has fundamentally changed the housing market.
Here's what everyone assumed was going to happen post-pandemic. Supply chains would normalize, a massive apartment construction boom would flood the market, and renting would go back to being the cheap, flexible alternative to buying. But look at the reality. A staggering 12 million households are now classified as severely cost-burdened. That means 50% of your take-home pay vanishes to cover rent and utilities before you even think about buying groceries, filling your gas tank, or funding a 401k. Here's what the data actually shows. United Way data confirms the cumulative damage of the last 5 years. Even if you secured a $5,000 raise at work, your landlord already claimed $6,000 of it through relentless annual hikes. And if you're trying to rent a single-family home because 7% mortgage rates locked you out of buying, you are paying a massive premium. The average house rent just hit $2,225. High rates keep potential buyers trapped in the single-family rental pool, draining the exact cash reserves you need to save for a 20% down payment. But as of March 2026, the data shows the leverage is finally flipping back to the tenant. A historic influx of newly completed apartment buildings has hit the market, driving up vacancy rates. For the first time in years, nominal wage growth at 3.5% is officially beating asking rent growth, which is flatlined at just 1.8%. Let me put this in real terms. That spread puts about $193 a month back into the typical renter's pocket. Landlords are sitting on empty units, and 40% of rental listings are now forced to offer heavy concessions, like a free month of rent or waived parking fees, just to get you to sign a lease. So, are you finally getting ahead?
This is the part most people miss. While your nominal paycheck looks bigger, inflation has eaten almost all of those gains. Real, inflation-adjusted wage growth is up a microscopic 0.3%. You are running on a treadmill that is speeding up. Worse, the Federal Reserve is driving by, looking in the rearview mirror. Shelter makes up 35.5% of CPI. Because the Fed relies on leases signed a year ago, official inflation data drastically overstates current rent growth. That policy lag is exactly what could keep interest rates artificially high.
And here's why that matters to your money. Your landlord is bluffing on that 10% renewal hike. You have the local supply data to negotiate hard. But on the macro level, because the Fed's lagged shelter data keeps rates elevated, getting out of the rental pool and into a mortgage remains mathematically brutal. You are winning the battle on rent, but the war for home ownership is still rigged by interest rates. Just a quick reminder, this content is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice.
Keep an eye on Friday's BLS inflation print. Watch the spread between real-time asking rents and the official CPI shelter number. That's when we'll know if the Fed finally sees the reality on the ground or if they keep your borrowing costs punishingly high.